It's on us, all of us,
to stop sexual assault.
It's that feeling of terror and violation that too many women have felt when someone has grabbed them or forced himself on them and they've said no, but he didn't listen.
We are violated, we are harassed, we are touched, we are trapped, we're scared.
It's like that sick, sinking feeling you get when you're walking down the street minding your own business and some guy yells out vulgar words about your body. It makes you feel uncomfortable in your own skin.
Treat this subject as a priority. We need to see real commitment to go after the worst perpetrators, to fund proper protection for vulnerable people, and to step in.
This is disgraceful. It is intolerable.
How dare you touch me inappropriately, looking me up and down like I'm some piece of meat, invading my personal space, putting your unwanted hands on my body. Not even processing the thought that, hey, maybe, just maybe, that might not be okay with me.
However, personally speaking, when I wear what I wear, I believe that whatever attire I was wearing is my choice and is a form of self-expression, and 100% not consent for guys to get sexually involved with me. Clothing shouldn't be a trigger for guys for whatever reason. However, a woman should be aware of her surrounding and should be aware of the people she's with. But again, I'm speaking for myself and not for what other girls think.
I think a man has the right to sexually objectify or take advantage of a woman based on her lifestyle choices and what she's chosen to wear, because it is of the woman's right to have freedom of expression and choose to wear as she desires, and it is not of the man's right to take advantage of this or miscommunicate it in any sort of way.
In my opinion, the only way a girl can show consent is by saying that she gives consent. Her outfit or how she presents herself is no way to show consent to a guy.
What a girl wears does not show anyone that it's okay to act inappropriately towards her. The way she dresses should not be used as an excuse to justify other people's actions.
Assalamu alaikum. No, I do not actually think that when a girl is wearing something that shows too much cleavage or something that shows too much skin, that she is giving her full consent to have any sexual intercourse with her or be part of any sexual action. But on the other hand, I personally do believe that a girl should be aware of how she acts around males or around anyone, because the other gender can take it as a part or as hints to be part of sexual intercourse with her. Some girls should understand cultures in every country, because cultures in countries such as the Middle East take it in a different way when someone wears something that shows too much cleavage than the West. That's for example. And yes, thank you.
Personally, I don't believe that the clothing and the soberness of a woman are good enough indicators to men that this woman agrees to be sexually involved with. Women should feel absolutely free to wear whatever they want as long as their society agrees to that, so without the fear of being sexually raped or harassed. It is noted that when a person is drunk, he is responsible for whatever happens to him. However, it's still not a good enough excuse for men in their rightful minds to be sexually involved with a woman by force, because the only way that a man can sexually involve himself with a woman is when the woman gives her consent officially while in her rightful mind. Thank you.
There are many ways that can help in reducing the rate of sexual assault and that help in preventing sexual assault crimes from happening. One of those ways is by raising awareness, and raising awareness can be done using the media, flyers, commercials, documentaries, or any other source that can help in raising awareness. Another way is by educating our future generations, and this is actually one of the most crucial steps that we can take towards reducing the rate of sexual assault in the future. And there's always the option of learning self-defense, because men tend to approach women who they feel aren't as competent as others, since they wouldn't be able to defend themselves in such situations. Therefore, if you show the man that you are in control of the situation, there's a very big chance that this man would actually back away. However, as parents, there are many steps you can take to keep your child safe and to at least try to prevent such an incident from happening to your child. The first step is to get involved in your child's life. Get to know the people they hang out with, where they go out to, and show interest in their everyday life. The second step is to know the warning signs of child sexual abuse. And the third step is to teach your children about boundaries. Educate them about how their body is theirs and how no one gets to touch them in a way that makes them feel uncomfortable, and also educate them about not touching other people in a way that makes them feel uncomfortable as well. Adding to that, you should be available as a parent for your children to come and talk to you. And lastly, make your children know that they won't get into any trouble when they come to you about something. Make them feel safe when they want to open up to you about something.
Honestly speaking, I do consider the fact that boys commit sexual harassment in any way has become a normal act, because these days acts like these became a habit to guys, and I think they consider it a normal, usual part of their day to do so. However, they do not understand what this does to a woman and what this does to how she thinks about her body. And I do believe that this issue isn't talked about enough in our community, and raising awareness about this topic is the first step to reduce such acts.
It's sad to see that harassment and such acts have been normalized in our community, but it's the truth. It has reached the point where even girls expect to be treated inappropriately when walking alone in public areas, or sometimes as groups. And while some might consider this normal, no one should consider it acceptable.
Unfortunately, it is very normalized in our society for catcalling and other forms of verbal sexual assault to occur to young girls. And I think that it's because people think that boys will be boys and therefore they let them do these kinds of acts.
No, it is not something normal to have sexual harassment present in our societies. However, these issues have been very reoccurring throughout our communities, and this is because the little awareness and attention they have been getting, and from that they've been impacting the lives of many women around the world.
How many times have you felt uncomfortable being catcalled in the streets or in any other public area? Being sexually harassed, touched in inappropriate places, groped, had heard comments being made about your body, had felt objectified, like you were nothing but the sex object, this piece of meat with no ambitions, no dreams, no dignity, no education, no nothing. Just this piece of meat that is there for men to touch when they desire, or when they can't help but touch because what we were wearing and how much skin we were showing was too tempting for them not to touch. How many times have you told yourself that it was okay, it's fine, because boys are going to be boys and that's how society has always been like? Unfortunately for many, this is everyday reality. And we continue to ignore this topic blindly. We continue to ignore this topic although we are all aware of it happening. You, as a grown man, hasn't it ever occurred to you that my body isn't for your own pleasure? That I am not okay with what you are doing? That you don't get to do with me as you please no matter what I was wearing and no matter how drunk I was? There is no excuse for sexual assault. You can't blame me for what happened because consent is not based on how someone was dressed. We are made to feel that how we dress is a reason for us to be blamed. And we want this to stop. We want to feel safe when we're walking in school or when we're walking down the street. We want to feel human because no matter what excuse, you still don't get to touch me. Someone is a choice and not a compulsion. And it's on us to raise awareness about this issue, and it's on us to stop sexual assault.